I wanted to tell you a story today about a woman who came to me for really chronic digestive issues, gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, just in general feeling like she wasn't digesting or receiving her food well. And this woman had tried everything, right? She has done all the different diets from FODMAPs to paleo to elimination diets and allergy free diets and low nightshades and all the things. And she came to see me, which is often a sign to me that someone has done all the things and is actually ready to deepen into their healing journey. Because, as many of you know, if you've ever worked with me, a big part of what I do is help people really see themselves more fully. And so, as you're having this conversation, the last thing out of my mouth, my initial visit is usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So it's a long conversation, and I say a lot of things. I listen to a lot of things. But the last question out of my mouth was, how do you really nourish yourself? Like which of these, because she had done all of these different diets, my question was, what can we do different that you haven't already done? You've done gut healing protocol, you've done herbs, you've done all these things. What have we not done? And as she's telling me her story, and not just the story of her digestive health, but the story of the past number of years and losses and heartbreaks and transitions and these things that us humans live through, what I realized is that she was someone that was very patterned or oriented towards pleasing others and wasn't taking a lot of room to nourish and take care of herself. And so we had a follow up a couple of weeks later, and she was like, all I've been doing is choosing what nourishes me. And she was carrying a lot of story around eating out, because that she couldn't be as careful about the ingredients. And I was like, yeah, but if you're in town, she's someone who lives alone. I'm like, if you're in town and you want to be around people and that feels really nourishing, don't worry so much about the food you're going to be putting in your mouth, the actual ingredients, but really allow yourself to be nourished by being in community, talking to someone that maybe you didn't know before, being in connection, kind of tapping into some of these resources that are always available to us, but that we often either don't see as resources or we judge ourselves, right? Like, oh, I shouldn't eat out because that's bad for me or that's not as healthy. And so I should go home. But a big part of this, like I said, for her was connection and nourishment. And she was like, I don't have any symptoms. And so we had the best follow up. That was her second visit. So just by, and she was ready. She had explored all of these other options and she knew that something else was possible for her. But what happened is that simply by looking at which foods would nourish her, she started realizing all of these other activities that she was participating in or things she was saying yes to that maybe were actually depleting her vital force, her energy. Maybe they weren't really in alignment with what was in her highest possibility. And so she started rearranging not just her diet and her nutrition, but her daily rhythm and when she moved her body and how she showed up in the workplace and how she shows up socially, and all these different aspects started falling into place. So I'm here to help bridge that gap between what is happening with this expression of physical symptoms and what might be a deeper or more spiritual or more heart based opportunity that your body is so desperately trying to share with you and get your attention of. So, share with me, what's going on for you. Are you having symptoms that you feel like are taking you further away from your body or breaking the trust in your body? Are you not sure why this thing is showing up? Are you frustrated or angry? Or are you scared about what's happening in your health and in your physical body? And let's talk and we can figure this out together. There's lots of different ways for us to connect through this live program that I offer through my connectivity group on Facebook or email lists and newsletters. And I've got monthly membership meetings. And then, of course, you can always work with me one on one. But here is me as advocate for your body saying, no matter what he or she is presenting with, it is in your highest potential. And what would happen if you were to stop and listen and maybe deepen into the underlying message that is really a call home? My name is Dr. Nicola. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please do let me know what's going on in your health and let's play with what might else be possible for you. Take care. See you next time.